Hello and welcome back to the channel, welcome back to Addicks to Victory. We are here back with Charlton in the Championship, currently 17th. When we left off last time, we had just been defeated 3-1 by Portsmouth. We followed up though with a 2-0 win against Derby, a double from Judson Bell, then a 4-2 loss disappointingly to Oxford, who got promoted with us last season. Would have hoped to get some points there, but it couldn't manage it. 2-0 down, we pulled level, but then, they scored late on and that was that. After that, though, a 1-0 draw with Swansea and then a 0-0 draw with Bristol City. Playing well, thankfully, managed to convert the playing well into a goal and a win against Blackpool 1-0 with the Jaden Stockley goal. Then recently losing 3-0 to Luton. Not the result we would have been hoping for. A goal from Elijah Adebayo, who we came so close to signing in the January window last season. But these things happen, I guess. And so we are here today with a big double episode against. If I go to Charlton's club info, you'll see why this is a big episode. Fierce rivalries with Millwall and Crystal Palace. And those are the teams we're playing today. Away to Palace and then at home to Millwall. Back to back. A fierce double episode here. And hopefully we can get some good results. At the moment, the team is looking like this. A 5-3-2 at the moment, with a back five, a midfield three with a DM and two CMs, and then two strikers up top. Been trying that out. Jaden Stockley in a target forward role to nod the ball forward to Sunsuk Bell with a bit more pace to go at the defence. It's been going okay so far, thankfully, and hopefully it will do well today, and we can pick up some vital points in these big derby games. Corner, Forster-Caskey plays it in, and Leon Balogun at the near post gets his head onto it, but can only put it into the side netting. Free kick for Palace. Elise plays it in, headed away by Stockley, but Delap is going to pick it up on the right hand side for Palace, going forward with the ball, gets the cross in, and Maynard Brewer comes out to claim it. Maynard Brewer on the ball, short to Colwill. Colwill gets it to the hander. They finds a way back to Maynard Brewer, gets it forward, but gives it away pointlessly. And Delap has a go and curls it just over the bar for Palace there. Maynard Brewer goal kick to Colwill. Colwill plays it out to Matthews on the right hand side. Matthews back to Levi Colwill. Colwill gets it forward. Palace intercept though. Mateta shoots and curls it. I don't know what's happened there. The ball was not in the net, but Palace have the goal. And we are 1-0 down here. And just before half time here, Judson Bell has gone down injured. Things going from bad to worse. Northern Ireland international Connor Washington going to come on in his place here. Half time, Palace 1-0 up. Shots wise, on XG wise, it's pretty even. Palace dominating possession though. We're going to need to get more of the ball if we want to get something here. Throwing for Palace, Delap to Elise. Delap, ball into Mateta. And the referee says penalty. Foul by Balogun. Oh. Elise to take. And he puts it in the bottom corner. Palace doubling their advantage here. 3 minutes into the second half. Poor from the Charlton defence there. Corner for Palace. Elise whips it in. Balogun headers away. Elise picks it up though. Short to Burton to Sibley. Through to Canos. Dups it to Belap, saved by Maynard Brewer though at the near post. Out for a Palace corner here. Palace corner whipped in by Elise, headed away by Balogun. Palace on free kick, Gui to Elise, to Mateta. Canos. Canos on the right hand side. Back to Ferguson, ball in, headed away by the hander. But easily won back by Palace, just constantly giving the ball away. And they try to sweat it, but Balogun manages to knock it behind for a corner without giving away a penalty this time. Gaieta got the ball for Palace, to Anderson, to Burton, over the top to Ferguson. Ball in, Mateta, headers just wide. Dobson got the ball for Charlton, gets it back to Maynard Brewer, goes forward and gives the ball away. It's just pointless, isn't it? Pump forward, Mateta. Balogun just allowing Mateta to get the ball and slot it home. Balogun's been dreadful today. Absolutely awful. Elise with a free kick for Palace in the 94th minute to Sibley, to Burton, out to Mateta, who smashes it into the top corner. 4-0 Palace here. No words for this performance from Charlton. Worst I've seen them play personally here. Absolutely awful. I'm gonna fine him. I think after that performance, I'm fining the day's wages. That feels like the minimum I can do here after that dreadful display. It's got to be better for the next game, which we're going to go to now at the Valley against Millwall. And here we are with the team for the game against Millwall. A few changes. Connor Washington coming in up front for the injured Jude Bell. Charlie Webster returns from injury and comes in for Yanda Handa in centre mid. And after his terrible performance against Palace, Leon Balogun is dropped with youngster Deji Elaraway starting in defence. Hopefully, a better performance here against Millwall than against Palace, and we can get some points on the board and not lose both of the derby games this episode. Corner for Charlton here. Jake Forster-Karski's going to take. He whips the ball in. And Deji Elaraway. His header saved by the Millwall goalie. Pushed over the bar. Out for another Charlton corner. Forster-Karski to take again. Whips it in again. And Elaraway's header hitting the post. Bouncing around and cleared by Burke in the end for Millwall. Throw in for Charlton here. Placheta plays it to Dobson. Dobson back to Placheta. Placheta gets the cross in. Finds Washington, whose header is saved, but Pony pushed out as far as Jaden Stockley, who nods it home. 19 minutes gone. Charlton 1, Millwall 0 here. Jaden Stockley gets the goal. Free kick for Charlton. Forster-Karski plays it in, and it bounces around, and it finds its way in. George Dobson's shot. His keeper saved it, pushed it along the goal line, and it hit the post and just about went in, I think, as we make it 2-0 here. Throw in for Adam Matthews. Finds Charlie Webster to Bassi. Bassi to Placheta. Plays it back to Dobson. Out wide to Matthews on the right-hand side. Past his man. Matthews gets the cross in. Over everyone, headed away, but Placheta picks it up. Gets it to Bassi. Bassi to Placheta. Placheta dribbles the ball out wide on the left. Crosses it in to Stockley, who heads just over the bar, but much better from Charlton in this game. My strategy for this game was I just gave the team like 3 or 4 days rest of training because they were just so tired. And with, fresh legs, more energy, the team playing much better. 2-0 up, dominating the game. Millwall yet to have a shot. Brilliant from Charlton so far. Throw in for Charlton. Placheta to Dobson. Back to Placheta. Whips it in. Matthews finds the ball. Gets it to Webster. Matthews on the right-hand side. Back to Levi Colwill. Colwill to Matthews. Cross in. Finds Washington's, whose header is saved by the Millwall goalie. Dienza. Throw into Saville. Millwall going forward, but intercepted well by Webster, who holds on to it, finds Washington, who gets it short to Forster-Karski, out to Bassi, forward to Placheta. Placheta on the left-hand side, gets the cross into the box, headed away. Forster-Karski, though, gets it to Washington. Forster-Karski to Stockley, to Washington, whose shot is blocked, and the Millwall defender heads it back into the goalie's hands safely. Millwall on the ball. And it's a foul by Forster-Karski, free kick to Millwall. And a red card for Jake Forster-Karski. It was going too well, wasn't it? As Charlton go down to 10 men here. Oh, for God's sake. I'm just going to move Dobson there. You're still a ball-winning midfielder. You're just going to sit in the middle there, actually. And Webster, right foot, so I'll keep Webster there. Goal kick for Millwall. Punted forward, but Matthews gets it. Heads it on to Webster, but given away. Leonard Humachen finds McNamara out on the right-hand side for Millwall, but Bassi intercepts well and charges forward for Charlton here. Plays it through to Washington, but intercepted by Roberts. To McNamara. Humachen. Back to McNamara. McNamara finds Humachen. Humachen finds Davies to Leonard. Leonard to Hutchinson. Finds Mitchell. Millwall switching the play. Punted it forward, but Charlton intercepting well. Bassi on the ball. Gets it to Placheta. Finds Stockley. Tackled, but Webster runs onto it. Charlie Webster has a go and smashes it into the top corner from the edge of the area. His second goal of the season. In his return for injury, Webster finds the net, and it's 10-man Charlton 3, Millwall 0. Free kick for Charlton. Placheta whips it in, and Stockley's header just over the bar. Charlton all over Millwall here. About 60 minutes gone. Millwall still yet to have a shot. Free kick. Deji Elaraway finds Bassi. To Stockley, holds it up, gets back to Colwill though, plays it forward, Matthews running onto it, but the Millwall goalie beats him to it. punts it forward and finds the way to Hutchinson in the end for Millwall. To Roberts. Millwall holding on to the ball. Roberts going forward. On the left-hand side, plays it to Arzani. In to Abdelmalik. To Tiencia. Tiencia going forward for Millwall. Whips it across. Bassi heads away only as far as Leonard. Finds Davies. Back out onto the left-hand side. Whips in again. And Abdelmalik's shot saved well by Maynard Brewer. Free kick for Charlton on the edge of the Millwall area here. Flechessa to take. And he has a go. And it's just over the bar from Flechetta. Hour gone. Jaden Stockley. Tired. Had a good game. Gonna bring on Carlos Tevez here. Play him in a deep lying forward role. And we're about 5 minutes to go. More tired legs. So we're going to make some final changes. Levi Colwell coming off for Leon Balogun. And George Dobson making way for Alex Gilby. And that is the full-time whistle. What a performance. Charlton 3, Millwall 0. Charlton finishing with 10 men. We went 2-0 up. A red card in stoppage time in the first half. But in the second 45 minutes, the only goal was ours as we made it 3-0. Dominant display. 27 shots, 2.86 XG. Millwall only with 3 shots and 0.39 XG. We had 57% possession. Completely outplaying Millwall here at the end of the day. Well done, lads. Really good performance. Special shout out to Plachetta. 8.9 rating. He was excellent today. Like I said when I got him, really happy and surprised I was able to get him from Norwich, but I thought he'd do really well in that left wing back role. And this game is an example of what I was expecting. Climbing up to 14th in the table on 23 points, 7 points outside the playoff. I say jokingly, I don't expect to get the playoff. As long as we stay up, I'll be happy, to be honest. Really, really good from Charlton, though. Forster-Caskey banned for a game. He will be getting his fine. Flechessa on form. I'm going to praise him again, top notch, as we beat Millwall. And I think that's going to be it for today. A disappointing first game against Crystal Palace, the 4-0 loss. But thankfully following up with a big 3-0 win against Millwall. So a bit of derby disappointment, but a bit of derby success as well. Makes for a very good episode here, I think. Next episode, we will be back in January, the 10th to be precise, for the Carabao Cup quarter-final against Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace just beat us 4-0, so hopefully a better result this time out. As we look to advance to the Carabao Cup semi-final for the second year in a row. Last year, we couldn't do it, a 2-1 defeat to Leicester. But this year, against Crystal Palace, who knows? Fingers crossed that we can. If you've enjoyed today's episode, and I hope you have, then please leave a like, subscribe to the channel for more content and more updates on this series. And thank you for watching.